Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. So in today's video, we're going to be cleaning my desk again. I just got my new stems, so I also got some roses because I don't know if anybody else is like me, but after Christmas comes and goes, I don't like my craft room because once I take all my Christmas decorations down, it is really dark and dismal in here. And even though it's like, I think it's like the 5th of February now, when I'm filming this, so like I said, I bought some bits and pieces to add to my desk, and all of that, so even when it's still a bit dark out, because obviously our clocks have not changed yet, so before the clocks go forward and back, it gets dark earlier, and yeah. So like I said, I got my new stems. So I put them in. I was supposed to film it and my camera wasn't on, so I'm not going to undo it just to refilm it. I will film it once I finish cleaning my desk, but I'll also be filming my arrangement. The only thing that I haven't got yet is a home sign, so I've ordered a sign off of Temu, because if you guys watched my Come Decorate With Me videos from autumn and for Christmas, you'll see that I have these like big signs that go up, and one of the main things that I personally love is having that wooden sign that says, like, you know, I have one that says Hello Autumn, and then at winter I have one that says Noel. So I really wanted one that said like Hello Spring and then one for Hello Summer, but I just have not seen one. Like, I saw one actually in Cleveland's in B&M Bargains, and I was like, oh, I don't want to buy that yet, because I had one coming, and I was like, if I don't like that one, then I'll go back and buy one closer to home. And I really regret not doing that, because when I went to my local B&M stores, they didn't have it in, and it made me question whether or not I was dreaming what I saw. So a little bit of annoying, but this is the one I'm looking at right now. Get my camera to focus. So it's just a home sign. It's 3D. And yeah, this is the one I'm looking at, because the one I got, I'm not a big fan of it. You saw it in my unboxing video. If you haven't watched that, check that out. But it's this sign. So I bought this off Temu as well. I did get my money back, but they told me to keep it anyways. But it's supposed to be like 3D, so these things are supposed to like pop out. Don't get me wrong, it's still a cute sign. It's just personally not my personal preference. I don't really love it, but yeah. So I don't know if to keep this on my desk until that one comes, but yeah. So that's the only thing that I would like to probably change. Also, guys, this is not sponsored. I always get this question if I'm sponsored by Fabulosis, because you guys will see every time I clean my craft room, it's what I use. Honestly, no, I've never been sponsored by Fabulosis. It would be a dream if I was. But I saw these new scents in my local Poundland, and this one is Zesty Lavender. It's just a very sweet scent, so I had to pick it up, because obviously you look at the packaging and it doesn't really scream Christmas, but as soon as you read Mistletoe Kisses, it kind of kills that bit for me. So yeah, this is going to get put aside now until the end of the year again. So another thing that I used to use Flash all the time, but I'm not a big fan of these, just simply because I'm convinced they're no longer vegan friendly and cruelty free, because it does not have that sign on it anymore. So I don't know if they've changed suppliers or what, or if it's just me not reading it right. But I do know these are definitely cruelty free and animal free. There you go. So it says natural watch foundation, cruelty free, suitable for vegans. So yeah, I love this. That's why I use it. So anyways, we're going to stop yakking. We're going to get into it. We're going to clean this off and wipe everything down, and then we're going to bring in the roses. Now, I did buy long stem roses off Temu, and I've cut them down so they'll fit into the little white vase that I have over there, and then I'll do an overview of what my desk looks like. So let's get into this. Okay guys, so we're done. I've now cleaned my desk. You saw there that I cut down the reeds for this. Otherwise the flower was just too high and it would fall over all the time and that'd annoy me. But this is an overview of my desk. And yeah, I think it turned out really cute. So the reed diffuser I got probably a year and a half ago. And it was from, I want to say the factory shop or a pound shop. I'm not entirely sure, but it was £3, and it's Penelope. I can never say it. It's the scent. So if I can find it, I will link it for you guys. But yeah, let's turn on the lights for you so you guys can see what I meant when I said I bought the same thing so my craft room wasn't so dark. So let's turn these on. I do have a lamp that I sometimes will use, and it's this moon shape. I don't always use it, but you know, sometimes if I'm working at my desk and it starts getting dark and I don't want to turn the bigger light on, then I generally go with this one. And like that normally is up here like that. So let's do that. Let's do that so it looks a bit more subtle and a bit more normal. There we go. That works. I have a calculator. Anyways, so yeah, I've just turned my lights on. Let me just turn the main lights off so you guys can see what I mean. So let's take you off my stand as well. That'd help. So this is what they are like. You can see they light up. They're just it's the white ones. The gold ones are from Primark. But yeah, I just think it's a great way to add color into your craft room, especially when once you take all the Christmas decorations down, because like I said, otherwise my desk is just way too dark for me, because obviously I decorate for autumn as well, and I noticed like once autumn's over and then obviously I decorate for Christmas, so I'm not seeing that big of a difference when it comes to it, but when obviously that is all over, you do notice the difference. So yeah, I think it's a great way to have some lights, so I will link them in my description for you guys, as well as the sign, the roses, and the reeds. I'm convinced those reeds came from Primark as well, but I've got a feeling I can get them on Temu too. And obviously then we have this lamp, and as you can see we have bright white, warm white, and then a middle one, which is generally what I use. But yeah, that is, ooh, nearly dropped my phone. That would have been really bad. Talk about fast reflexes, right guys? So yeah, that's my desk in February, so I don't even know what date we're on today. I think it's February the 5th, but I want to say it's the 6th now. Yeah, it's the 6th. If I can get my freaking camera to focus, honestly. Focus, camera. There we go. It's the 6th of Feb. Unfortunately, today, also, when I'm filming this, is the day I just found out my granddad passed away. So another reason why I've done this is one, is to take my mind off of it and remember good times, because my granddad also loved fairy lights, so in a way this kind of helps me feel more connected. And two, I don't want to be too overly sad, if that makes sense. Like, I get called a lot of names when people pass away in my life, because I don't necessarily break down. I think like for my mom's mom, well, obviously my grandmother, but like we used to be close, and then when my brother started going up and he started like lying to her and emotionally manipulating her, she started believing all of his lies. So whatever he said to her, it changed her perspective of the rest of the family, and that went with her. So when she passed away, I wasn't overly saddened about it, because a part of me felt like I lost her years before that. And then a year after, on her birthday, is when I actually first time actually grieved for her. So like, just because I don't immediately cry on command when someone tells me someone's passed away does not mean I don't feel it. And that's something my family don't really understand about me. And I think a lot of that comes from, you know, when I was younger, I used to hide my emotions because I felt like I didn't want to hurt or affect my family. You know, like when I was a kid, my parents went through a divorce, and then my brother was having issues, and a lot of the time I felt like I couldn't go to my parents for that because they were already overwhelmed with their divorce and my brother's issues. And I was like, I can't pile on top of that and make it worse. So a lot of the times I reflected into myself and never really shared my emotions. So I think that's kind of a reason for me not necessarily being overly emotional to things. But yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna get too into it, guys. So yeah, I want to say this is my desk. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, I will link all the things if I can. Rest in peace to my granddad. I believe he was 89 when he died, so he had a long life. And yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you like and subscribe. Go over to Instagram, follow me over there if you want to join any of the hops we do. And if you have any video requests that you want to see, then let me know. I know somebody did ask me if I would do a Q&A with them at some point, and then that way I could stop blabbing about things on here and then, you know, just go from there. So if you want to see a Q&A, let me know down in my comments and we'll get to that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next video. I'm just going to take a quick picture. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.